Hi, my name is Kate Obert. I am a brand strategist that helps 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs create a cohesive brand and stand out online. My specialty is to help multi-passionate entrepreneurs like yourself, and what I mean by that is personal brand, you have a company brand, you have a couple sub brands, which are products and services, and you're not really sure how to make them all make sense and tie everything together. And so the thing is you are your brand. So everything that you do is going to make sense for your brand. The more that you connect yourself within your branding, the more you're going to attract your ideal audience, and the more you're going to stand out and be in a whole other sphere. You know, you have no competition at all. And I'm sure, as you know, confidence is really the number one thing that you need to be growing your business and growing your brand. And the thing is that people think that with branding, you're only allowed to do one thing. And I feel like that's such a corrosive idea. You think about when you're a kid, they ask you, what are you gonna be when you grow up? And they ask you in high school, what are you gonna major in? And you have to make these decisions about the one magical thing that you're gonna do when you grow up. And the thing is like, you're not just gonna do one thing. And most of us wanna do many, many different things, especially as entrepreneurs. That's in our DNA, right? That's like the whole essence of an entrepreneur, is we wanna do multiple different things. And so the thing is that the beauty of a brand is that it's you, and that you're allowed to do many different things, and it's not gonna hurt your brand. A lot of people, and it is true that you have to be consistent with your branding, but the more that you're authentic and transparent about your brand, the more you're able to do different things. So when you are authentic, everything really does make sense. And no matter the follower count that you have to view yourself as an influencer. If you have 20 people following you, think about 20 people in a room listening to you speak. That's a lot of people. And so people follow you to get the complexity taken out of their situation. You are here to make their world simpler with your expertise. So I'm gonna give you a couple examples to help you really see how you can tie all of these different aspects of your personality together, and they're actually gonna make sense for your brand. So the first thing is, and these are all examples of clients that I've had or people that I've worked with. So the first example is an interior designer and a travel influencer. How the heck do they make sense? They had 2 separate accounts, and the thing is that more than likely they're getting their inspiration for interior design from their travels. So what I would recommend, or what I did, is what you do is you thinking about it as like a carousel post within your Instagram. So you can talk about, you can have, the picture of the interior that you designed. Then you can have the mood board that you created for it. Then maybe you had this tile that you used within the space that you created for them, and you got your inspiration from the tile from a picture. Well, I guess you were there, but you took a picture of it when you're in Morocco, and you saw these beautiful tiles, and it made you think of it, and that's how you infused it within their space that you created for them or designed for them. And then you're going to post about the actual tiles that you use, where you could find them, where people can purchase them, and you can share a little bit about how you mix and match things together and all of that. So you can use that model for so many different things. Another example is one of my clients is a legal blogger. So what she does is she takes current events and she breaks them down so it's easy to understand the legal aspects behind that. And then she had also been creating contracts. It's something that she loves to do. She's been creating contracts for entrepreneurs, like specialized contracts, and then she had the idea of having contract templates that she could sell on her site, but she wasn't sure how those two things made sense. But if you really broke it down at the core level, her whole purpose was to make law easy, to make it very easy for people. So when she had these contract templates that she made specifically for the online coaching industry, instead of getting just generic templates on like a site called Termly or something, they're specific to what that coach would need. She's making law easy. You see how it all makes sense? Because when you really boil it down, why we do something never changes. It's what we do that changes to advance our why. So for her, why is she wanted to make law easy for people. Well, she can do that from writing her blog, and she can also do that from writing these contracts for the entrepreneurs. Another example is, which so many people have this question, is your high ticket versus your low ticket offer. So they're two different audiences, right? And I'll give you the example from myself. So I have my one-on-one clients, people like you, the multi-passionate entrepreneurs. We're working with multiple brands. We're doing all the different things of maybe image styling and full sensory experiences and brand events and brand shoots and all the things that you don't need when you're starting out. But I had a lot of people ask me if I had something for the beginner, or I would have beginners come talk to me to see if they could work with me. But I don't work with people in the beginning stages. So that's how the Branding Bible came about. It's for the person who just really needs to get the foundation solid and get social proof of concept, and get everything right from the very beginning. And then later on they can come to me. But that's, again, I don't talk to the Branding Bible client. I talk to people like you. I talk to the multi-passionate 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs, right? That have a lot of things going on. And so when I am creating content for you, and I'm creating content on brand shoots and how to work with a photographer and the full sensory experiences, how to use scent in your branding to attract your clients and all the things like that, the beginner entrepreneurs are seeing that I really know my stuff. So therefore, they're going to just like look at my website or ask me if I have anything for them, and then I have it. So really what you want to be doing is you want to be talking to your one-on-one client, and then you have this other offer for them. And lastly, another client I had, she's a business coach, and she also has a physical product that is a manifestation journal. So normally you're not gonna know, like, you're gonna think like manifestation, business, I don't understand how they go together, and I get it, it makes sense. But the thing is what she does is she infuses this physical product because she made it, because that's what she does every morning. Every morning she sits down, she has her journal, and she has her entire framework that she goes through. And then she's created that into, a lot of people just kept asking her how to do it, if she could get pointers, and then she made it into this physical product that she now sells. And so that's something where it makes sense for her because she's been infusing this in her daily life, and she talks about how it makes sense for her business. So then the thing is, you have to think about, it's like, what do all of these have in common? And it's like at the underlying issue, like I mentioned about the law blogger, like her entire essence of her brand is to make law accessible and easy. So the thing is that like we are all looking for relatability points. And so that is something where, people buy from people. That's why it's so important within your branding to really showcase who you are, because your product can solve the problem, but so could someone else's. So what makes you stand out? What makes you different? And what makes you different is your brand, which is, your story. And that's what you're going to sell them. You sell them on yourself, right? And so you get back to your roots, you really figure out your core values, your brand foundation, and you're gonna see those things in everything that you do. So for me, my brand essence is, I really am about like not needing, sorry, I got distracted with my daughter's over there. So my whole brand is about not needing a vacation from your life. I firmly believe that like you shouldn't live for the weekends. You shouldn't live for 2 weeks of PTO every single year. Like you should really love your life. And so I help people do that through branding right now, and then I'm gonna create my own product soon, which is a sustainable swimwear company. And so underneath of that umbrella, I have lots of ideas of what I want to do, but create this entire oasis feeling brand. And so that's something at my core values. I want to create a beautiful environment. That's something I value. I value transparency and sharing with you guys what's happening. Like, you know, I could have just cut out the video when I got distracted and things like that, you know, but like, it's okay. I'm just being real. That's what happens. I'm surprised I don't have her on my lap right now, but you know, so really get back to your core values and your brand foundation. Why are you doing this? Why are you in business? And the other thing here, and again, here's my transparency. I'm reading my notes to make sure I get everything for you guys. And the thing is like, you want to, with your branding, thinking about all the multiple aspects of your brand, how can you create an experience for people? Because that's what's really gonna make you stand out. How can you use all 5 senses within your brand? And that's what I really do with my clients. Yes, we do the foundation. Yes, we do the aesthetics, but we really get into it when we create these full sensory experiences. And branding is the long game. I've mentioned that before. Like, it takes a while and you have to be patient, and the thing is like, you stay consistent with your branding and you be transparent as you evolve, and you be transparent as you want to introduce new things. So I wanted to introduce my swimwear line, and I haven't actually physically created that yet, but I've started to talk about it with my audience. I've told them what I want to do and why I want to do it and why it makes sense for me and all of these. And when you take people along the journey with you, that's what they care about. They feel invested in it. And that's when they're going to really they're gonna follow your journey. And when you do end up launching something, they're gonna be there to buy it and support you. So and for me, it's like, I really want to disrupt and innovate and do the opposite of whatever is happening, right? Like, there's so much room for people like us. I know that's how you are too. You want to be really creative and you want to be the leader in your space. And that is what I do with my one-on-one clients, is I take them from, you know, just having a great brand, but elevating it to the next level of being in a category all of your own. And that's why you need someone like me as the chief brand officer on your team, because like I said, we do the foundation, we do the aesthetics, we do any type of like the normal branding stuff, but we really take it to the next level. And the whole purpose of that is because no one else is doing it, and I can promise you that. Creating sensory experiences, really thinking about all of the different touch points is where you're going to, you know, stand out. It's how you're going to attract the clientele that you actually want to work with, because they're going to be able to find you, and you're going to be able to bring all of your passions within your brand. And I know that's a really important thing for you, is the fact that you don't want to just do one thing. You have multiple things that you want to do, and you're allowed to do. You have to do all of these things, and it does make sense for your brand. You just really have to get clear on the foundation and figure out, where is the overlap? Where do all of these things, where are your core values, your brand essence, how are those making sense with all of the different things that you want to do with all of with your personal brand, your company brand, your sub brands? How do all of those things make sense? And you really have to get down to the foundation, and then I promise you'll find it. So anyways, I am gonna send you an email in the next couple of days with some extra value, and for you to hear firsthand from my clients what it's like to work with me, and to also work with me long term. I want to work with you for a long time. I want to create some really cool stuff with you. I don't just want it to be like, all right, one and done with branding. You know, if that is what you need, if that's all that you want, is to get the foundation and all the things, you know, in line, sure, I would be happy to help you with that. But I know that you in particular want to just blow things out of the water and do something so innovative and different. And so anyways, I am so excited to work with you, hopefully in the future. And if you have any other questions about what we talked about how to bring all of these different aspects of your personality together, then I would love to talk with you. And please connect with me over on Instagram if we haven't already. I would love to. I love just following people, seeing what they're doing, some really cool stuff. So anyways, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.